Welcome everyone to the Let's Crack the Gate initiative taken by the TQ faculties. So this is our lecture number 3 for the string topic. So this is the outline for today's class. So we'll see some more string handling function like starcat and star compare. So these two functions are basically used to concat the string, and this star compare function is used to compare the two strings. So let's start the session. Okay, so in the previous class we have discussed that we have some like n number of predefined functions available in string.h library to do the modification and the updation in string, and here are the 4 functions which we are going to discuss. So in the previous class we have already discussed about the star len function and the star copy function. So today we will discuss about the star copy and star compare functions. So let's have the quick recap. Okay, so let's have the quick recap. So this is a star len function which is used to count the number of characters, and we can say the length of string. So it is used to find the length of string excluding the null character, right? So this null character is nothing but the end terminator for all the strings. So for example, if we have the string something like this CSE, and this ended with this null character, so this function will return the 3. So this is the actual string. So the syntax for this star len, we have seen that this is the unsigned int, the name of this function, and we can either pass the character array or the character pointer. So why this is the unsigned int, like why we have this unsigned int as a return type for this star len function? Because whatever string will pass, that number must be something in a positive range, right? So the length of any string must be some positive integer number. So therefore the return type of this star len function is unsigned int. Okay. Okay, so then we have seen this star copy function. So it is strcpy. So this function is basically used to copy the one string into another string. So it is used to copy the source string into the destination string. So the syntax for this strcpy function is like this. So this function is having 2 parameters. So the first parameter is the destination character pointer, and the second parameter is source character pointer. But here this constant keyword is used with the source because we don't want to modify this source pointer or the source data in any case, right? So if user wants to like do some modification here, so this should not be allowed, so user should get banned to do the modification on this source. The return type for this strcpy function is a character pointer, and this character pointer is pointing to our destination. So this is not actually append, so this is simply the copy, or we can say whatever data we have in the destination array or the destination pointer or the destination string, so that data has been vanished, and the fresh source data whatever we have, that is being copied into the destination. So let's see this example. Here we have declared the 2 character pointer or the character array, this target with the size 30 and the source with the size 30. So when we write this star copy target comma source, the value of this source is being assigned to the target, right? So here if we have the source as the CSE only, then after executing the statement, the compiler will assign this CSE into the target, right? And if we have, even though if we have the EC, like even though we have some any value or any string assigned to target, so the compiler is not caring about this. So this actually this function is not caring about this. So what does this function do? It simply copy whatever the data the source is having into the target. Okay, so this is about the star copy function. concatenates the source string this function concatenates the source string at the end of target string, or we can say the destination string. Okay, so this function is like appending function. So let's see what is the syntax and then we'll discuss about the example. Okay, so the syntax for this starcat function is like this. So this is a starcat, right? And here we need to pass the two parameter, right? So the first parameter is character pointer destination, and the second parameter is again constant character pointer source. Okay, so these are the two parameters, and the return type for this starcat function is, so the return type is character pointer, right? So the return type is character, so this is character pointer. So why we are using this constant, the same. So here we don't want any updation onto the source string, so we are preventing the users to don't do any like modification on the source, but yes, we are doing some modification on the destination string, right? So therefore this is only the character pointer destination. So whatever data which we have in the source, we are simply copying that data into the destination, but it is not simply copying, it is append. Okay, so this function, this star concat function is acts as a appending. So let's write one. Okay, and one more thing, so this is our character pointer as a return type. So this character pointer is pointing to our destination array. Okay, so let's see one example. So let's declare one character array. So this is our source having value as a 20, and let's say we have one string as say CSE. Okay, and let's declare one more character array. So this is source and this is destination with the value 20. So you can have any array size, right? And let's say this is EC. Okay, so when you write this starcat as destination comma source, so when the compiler execute this statement, so we will get the output as, so the first is what, EC, right? And second is what, CSE. So this is the value of our destination array. And if you print the source array, so the source will definitely print the CSE, because we are not doing any updation or the modification on the source array. We are only doing some modification, or like here we are appending the data of source to the destination. Okay, so this is all about the starcat function. Okay, so let's see how we can do the string concatenation operation without using the library function. Okay, so let's analyze this string first through the example, and then we'll try to write the code. Okay, so let's say this is our destination. Okay, and this is our source. Okay, so this is our source. Fine. So this destination variable is pointing to the base or the first location of array, as well as the source is pointing to the base address. So let's see, we have this CSE here and the location is 1000. So here the location is, let's say, the 2000. Okay, and let's see, we have the EC here. Okay, and this is /0 and this is /0. Okay, and these are the index point 0, 1, 2. So okay, so what we want now, we want to copy this C into this location. Okay, so as the, what is the length of this destination string? It is a 2, right? So because when we are calculating the length, we need to exclude this null character, right? So what we want to append this source string from this null character. So here what we want, so at the third place there should be C, at the fourth place there should be S, and at the fifth place, so that means at the index 4, E, and finally we want to assign this null character here, right? So how we can do that? So first, so this append operation start when this destination is already reached to their end point, right? So this append start when our destination is at this point, when it at its null character point. So let me write something like this. So suppose this is my while and this is my destination array. So let's say I. So when it is not equal to this /n, that /0, that means null character, here I am initializing this I with a 0. So if this destination of I is not equal to this null character, then simply I am incrementing the I. ठीक है, सो I प्लस प्लस करने से अब क्या हो जाएगा, नाउ I इनिशियली 0 था तो यहाँ पे था, देन यहाँ पे आ गया एंड फाइनली यहाँ पे. सो आफ्टर दिस अवर I की वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी, 2, है ना, 2. और मे बी इफ यू हैव द डिफरेंट एग्जाम्पल, तो जो भी नल कैरेक्टर जहाँ पे प्लेस है उतनी वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी, I में असाइन हो जाएगी. सो आफ्टर दिस व्हाइल लूप व्हाट वी वांट टू copy this source of I into the destination of I. So as the previous logic, what we need, so it is like again we need to write one more while loop. So here now this while loop is means इसका जो condition होगा assign करने का वो किस पे based है, this source पे, right? So let me write this. So it is like source of j. So here we need to assign j as a 0, right? So this source of j means first location. If it is not our null character, if this is not null character, so whatever value the destination of I. So this is like destination of I. So destination of I अब कहाँ पे point करेगा, second location पे, right? जो भी null pointer होगा उस location पे अब this I is pointing. So we simply have to copy this destination of I में this source of j, and source of j अब कहाँ पे point करेगा, उसके source के 0 location पे for the first iteration. Then after this what we need to increment the value of I and we need to increment the value of j, right? And this is the close. So what this function is basically doing, so this while loop is basically doing, so here, so till we reach this null यहाँ पे, till we want to copy whatever the data or the string this source is holding, we want to append into the destination. So therefore we need to use the different index variable, है ना, क्योंकि we want to hold so we want to point to this destination separately and we want to point this source array like separately. So therefore we have not used here the I. So instead of using I, you can use any other variable name. So this is j which I am using here. So this j is actually starting from this 0 to 2, and whatever string, so one by one, character by character, this is copying into this destination. And finally, so before closing the statement, we have to write, so this destination of I, so we need to add the null character, right? So why we are adding this, because we want to like this character, है ना, so end terminator, we know that this is a end terminator. So this will help us to identify the end of string, right? So this is the logic for doing the string concat without using the library function. So let's see this thing on the code. So let's write the code for the same. Okay, so let's write okay, so we'll see how we can use this concat function to do the string concatenation. Okay, so first, in order to use this function, we need to include the string .h, right? So let me add this header file. So this is string .h. Okay, so whatever string related functions are there, that is available in this string.h header file. So now I need to declare the two array. So one array is our source array, so this is our source, right? So with the size I have declared, so either we can take the input from the user, or we can assign or we can do the initialization here itself. Then the second array, this is our target array. So this is target with the size 30. So here I am initializing this string to this character array 2. So now we need to add this function. So this concat str concat function is having the two parameters. So the first parameter is this target variable, then second parameter is source variable. Okay, then I want to print the value of this both the target and source. So let me add this /n. So this is target is equal to %s, then /n source source is equal to %s. Okay, then okay, fine. Then after this we need to pass the two variables. So the first one is the value of target and the second one is the source variable. Okay, fine. So what this function is doing, so this function is like, so here we have declared the two character array. One character array is the source, which is having the initial value as CSE, and the second character array is a target which is having the initial value as EC. Okay, so when we write this target function, so this whatever the value of source, that is getting appended with the target value. So what is the value of target? That is the EC. So now the updated value of this target function is EC CSE. Okay, but here remember one thing, we are not doing any updation on the source. So therefore if we print so when the compiler print this statement, so the value of target becomes the EC CSE, but the value of source remains the constant, right? So let's run this. Right, so here we got the output source. So here this is the space. Okay, so let me do this formatting. Fine. Right, so if you observe this, so the value of target was previously EC and we have appended the source value, that is a CSE here, but we are not changing anything in this source value, right? So if you observe in the previous case, in the star copy case, that is basically the copying the string. Okay, so in that case, whatever the value the target is having, we are like overwriting that value with the value of source or the string of the source. But in the concat function, this target function, it is appending the source value or the source data at the end of this target. Okay, so this is how we can do the concatenation of the two strings by using this function target function. So let's see how we can do the concatenation by like without using this standard function. Okay, so let me add this without using the target function. Okay, so okay, so what we need to write our own function. So I am just changing the name of this function like this. So we need to do the three things. So the first thing is that the function prototyping. So here we need to pass the two character array. So here I am just passing I am just writing this prototyping. So here this is void. So after this we need to write the definition of this function. So let's say this is character, so this is our string 1, and so this is our character array 2, this is our string 2. Okay, fine. So implicit declaration function. Okay, so now this error is gone, right? So these are the two character array which we want to do the concat, right? So here we are passing this target, so target is our EC, so this we want that our target should get appended with the source value, so that is CSC. So here we need to we have to write the logic. So the logic we have already discussed. So in this case we need to reach to this end point. तो EC का जो end point होगा null character होगा at index number 2, because E as index 0, C as index 1, then our जो null character होगा that is at index 2. तो somehow अपने को क्या करना होगा, उस index तक reach करना होगा. So in order to reach that index, so I am just writing one loop. So while str1, so str1 क्या है अभी, so the str1 is holding the value of target, right? So you can write any name here. So this str of 1 is not equal to, let's say, /0. /0 means null character. So here we are using the I. So let me write this statement. So int I is equal to 0. So if this thing is there, then increment the value of I. Okay. So when we execute, when the compiler execute this loop, while loop, so first the value of I becomes 0. So here 0 is not equal to null. So value of so the control comes inside this while loop. Here I have here I have not mentioned the curly bracket. So as you know, if we are not writing any curly bracket, so that means the immediate next statement will consider as a part of this while. Okay, so same. So now the value becomes 1. So str of 1. So str of 1 means C. So C is not equal to null. Yes. So this condition is true. Control comes inside. Now I value is 2. So str of 2. Now after this, so str of 2 is null, right? So this str of 2 condition becomes, so due to this, so not null is equal to not null, condition becomes false. So this condition here becomes false with what value of I? With the value of I becomes 2. है ना? For this case only. So if we have any another input, so according to that this value getting changed, like the value of I becomes changed. So where the I is pointing now, so I is pointing to the, so basically we can say that the I is pointing to the null character of our target. Fine. So once we have reached to the position where we want to append the source string, so this is now after this is similar to our copy function. So what we have to do, so we have to scan the source function, so where we have storing the value of source into the str2, right? So this is a string function 2. So here we need to start with a 0th index. So if we are using the same index like I index, so this I is at second location, right? So we want this value of I, because this value of I is holding the null, it is holding the null character of our target. So therefore we need to use the another variable here. So right now we have initialized this j as a 0. So for this string, that this source string, so we are at position 0 and we are checking that str of 2 str2 of j, that means str2 means source of 0th location. If this is not equal to /0, then what we need to do, if this is not true, that means we need to copy this C into the target. So just copy at what location? ith location, because I is at second location, is equal to str of 2 with j. Fine. So this is simply the character by character copying. Then we need to increment the value of I by 1 and the value of j by 1. Fine. So this is a simple character by character copying. So when our source string reach to this /0 or the null character, so that time this loop, this condition becomes false and the control comes outside this while loop. So at this position we explicitly needs to add the null character, right? Because the null character which is added by the compiler, we have changed this, है ना. So because wherever the null character was there, at this second location we have changed that location with our सोर्स का पहला डेटा, है ना, सोर्स की जो पहली वैल्यू है उससे. सो देयरफॉर वी नीड टू ऐड दिस नल कैरेक्टर एट द एंड ऑफ आवर टारगेट स्ट्रिंग. सो दिस इज आवर प्रोग्राम. सो लेट मी रन दिस कोड. Fine. So here we got the output of target as the ECCSE and the source that we are not doing anything on the source. So the value of source is as it is, right? So this is how we can do the string concatenation by using this character array. So similarly, as we have discussed previously, we can use the character pointers too. So let's do the small modification. So instead of having this array symbol, we can use the pointer symbol. So this is very simple, we don't have to worry much. So okay, so this is my, okay, so star should be before this, है ना, before the variable name. Okay, so here again, instead of having this stri, we need to check whether this star 1 is not equal to null or not. Then we have to increment star 1 with each time. Okay, so here we are not using this I and j, so we have not so we can do the comment for this. So this is star str of 2 is not equal to null, then we simply need to copy the values. Okay, so let me do this modification. Okay, so here instead of incrementing I, so we have to increment the value of str1 and str2. Okay, and here you can add the null character right at the end. So wherever we have declared the character array, simply we have like replaced those things with our character pointer. So let me run this. Right, so we can do any modification, right? So let's say this is EE. So in the output screen we'll get that this EE and CSE, and for the source this is CSE only. So you can do the various modification in this program. Like if you want, then you can ask the user to like for this source you can take the value from the user by using this getS and putS function, and then you can do this operation, right? So I hope this program is clear. Okay, so the fourth function is star compare function. So this function is basically used to compare two strings. So this function is used to compare the two strings character by character. Okay, so let's see the syntax. So the syntax for the star compare function is like, so this is a star compare, so this is strcmp. So it needs the two parameters. So the first parameter is, so this is constant character star, let's say source, comma, this is constant character star, then destination. Or instead of using this source and destination, simply we can use the word, let's say the first string and the second string. The return type of this star compare function is the integer. Okay, so this is our function name, right? And why we are using the const? As I told you earlier, this const is a keyword, and this const keyword ensure that the value of this s1 and the value of this s2 is not getting modified. right? So here we only wants to compare these two string, this S1 and S2. We don't want to like do any modification or the any updation on either of this string, right? So therefore, in order to ensure this thing, we are explicitly using this const keyword. Okay, then the return type of this star compare function is integer. Okay, so let's see why this is type is integer. So when we have the case like when our S1, the string 1 is equal to S2, so that time the return type of this the return value for this function is 0. Okay, and when we have our S1 is not equal to S2, so that time it will return any value. Okay, so in order to represent this any value, we are using this integer, right? So integer, so maybe this value is positive or negative, we don't know, right? So when these two functions when these two strings are not equal, so that time this function returns any value either positive or negative. So therefore the return type for this function is integer. So but when we have this S1 and S2 as equal, so that time this function will return the 0. So actually, this star compare function, this strcmp, it compares the two strings character by character. So when we have something like this, so in this case when they are not equal, so in general case they returns the difference of their ASCII. Okay, so the ASCII of one string minus the ASCII of another string, so that is the return value. So therefore the return type of these functions are integer. So let's see one example and then we'll see how we need to implement this. So let's say that we have the two string. Okay, so let's say, so this is our character and this is our string number 1. So this is string array, so this is 20, and our, let's say our first string is JKL. Okay, and let me declare the another character array. So this is character array str2 with size 20. So okay, so this is size 20 with JK, let's say Q. Okay, so these are the two string which I want to compare. So in order to compare, we need to write this star compare, right? So this star compare, then inside this we need to pass these two string. So this is my string 1 comma string 2. So here the order is not important, so you can either write the string 2 comma string 1. Okay, so anyway the return type of this is integer, so we need one more integer variable. So let's say I, to hold the difference if they are not equal. Okay, and finally we can print the value of this I. So based on the value, like if this value, so we can check this value. So if the value, this return value is equal to 0, so we can say that both are equal, right? And if this condition is not true, then we can say this is, so both the strings are unequal, right? So how the comparison takes place? So let's see that. So this is our first string is J, this is K, this is L, and the second string is J, this is K, and this is Q. So what the compiler do? So this first location J is being compared with this first location of the second string. So here this both the strings are equal, so therefore the compiler increment the counter for both the strings. So now my this counter is here. So now the second position is being checked with the second position of another string. So here again this both the like this K and is equal to the K. So therefore again the compiler increment the counter. So now our control is here. So this L and Q are not equal, right? So therefore the ASCII of this Q, the ASCII of this L and ASCII of Q is used to find out the difference. So in this case anyway these two are not equal, so therefore the value which is being assigned to this I is not a 0. So therefore we can print that both these strings are not equal, right? And here if you look at clearly, so the value of this L is 108 and the ASCII value of this Q is 113. So the difference between these two is 5. So the 5 is being returned to the I. Okay, so this is how this function works. Okay, so let's see how we can do the string comparison without using the standard function, that is strcmp. Okay, so there is two case. One case एक तो हो सकता है कि when the two strings are equal, right, and the second case when they are not equal. ठीक है, so let's go by this example. So this let's say this is our string 1, so which is holding the base address of this. So this is our string 1, that is CSE ended with the null character. So these are the indexes. Then this is, let's say this is our second string. So this is CSE and let's say this is E. And okay, so before okay, so ठीक है, so okay, so this is our second string. So this str2 is pointing to, let's say, this string. So this is our 0 1 2 3. Okay, so let's see how we can approach this problem. So when we have the equal strings, ठीक है, so in this case let's see that when we have so here we have this str1 which is pointing to this array and this str2 is pointing to this array. So what we need to compare the first location of this str1 with the first location of this str2, right? And if these two locations, this str of say particular location is equal to str2 of that location, so let's say I is here 0, so we need to increment our I, that means we need to jump to the next location. So in this case what we need to do, we need to increment the value of I. So next time when our value becomes 1, so again, so str of 1 is equal to str of 2, means this second element is being compared with the second element of this string 2, and we will continue this thing until we will get this null character, है ना? So as we know, after this null, so there may be chance that we may have the multiple null characters. So the actual string which is stored inside this str2 is nothing but just before this null character, that means the actual string is this much, right? So this CSE is the actual string and we need to scan till this end point, this slash 0, right? So this is our what? Null character. So we can increment this thing until we'll get this null character. So we can do this whenever until and unless we are getting the equal character at the equal places, है ना, equal indices places. But whenever we are getting something different character, let's say suppose instead of having here E, maybe the here maybe the user this string contains, let's say, C. Okay, so when our control comes here for the ith value of 2, so here it compares this letter E. So it compares this letter E is equal to C. So here this condition becomes false. So at that time what we need to do, we need to do the ASCII difference. In this case we have to use the ASCII of this minus ASCII of this character, right? So whatever the ASCII of this string 1 minus the ASCII of string 2, not exactly a string but about that character. So for this case it will happen like, so this is the ASCII of E, whatever the ASCII of E gets minus with the ASCII of C. Okay, and whatever value this function will return, so based on that we will say whether our string 1 is greater or string 2 is greater. Okay, so here we'll take the difference between the ASCII of first string, like the ASCII of the character of first array minus the ASCII of character of second array. So here the ASCII of this first string, that is E, is 69, and the ASCII of this C, this character, is 67, right? So whatever will be the difference, that is 2, is being written by the function. So here we can do one thing. So based on this, like instead of doing this difference, so we can do one thing. So either we can check whether this character, this E, is greater than C, then we can say that str1 is greater. Or when we have the condition like this, then we can say the str1 is small. Okay, so in this case the string 1 is greater than string 2, and in this case string 1 is smaller than string 2. Fine. So we need to implement this thing in a code. So let me write some pseudo code for this. So what we want to like do something, this operation, and string 1 I location and string 2 I location, we need to compare that, and we need to increment the value of I. So let's say that, so let me write this while. Okay, so let me write this while. So it is like the string 1 of I is equal to string 2 of I, right? And either we can use the string 1 or string 2 here, not a big deal and not a issue, because what we want कि दोनों क्या हो, I की वैल्यू जो है इनिशियली 0 से स्टार्ट होने वाली है, एंड दोनों क्या हो जाए, कंपेयर होते जाए बिफोर दिस नल कैरेक्टर, राइट? इफ दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू, then what we want, we don't want to do anything, we simply wants to increment the value of I, ताकि I क्या हो, एक एक लोकेशन आगे बढ़ता जाए, एंड जो भी इंडाइसिस है उसके अकॉर्डिंग जो भी कैरेक्टर है वी वांट टू कंपेयर दैट. ठीक है, सो दिस इज अवर फर्स्ट थिंग. तो इससे क्या हो जाएगा, इफ द बोथ द स्ट्रिंग्स आर इक्वल देन विल गेट दिस, लाइक वी विल रीच टू द नल कैरेक्टर, right? But there is a chance that these strings are not equal. So in that case what we need to do, we have to check whether the value of this str1 of that location I, so हो सकता है ना कि in middle, suppose यहाँ पे let's take our example, right? So this is our CSE and this is the example of CSE. So क्या हो गया था, I की वैल्यू जब 0 थी तो this I वैल्यू इंक्रीमेंटेड, देन I की वैल्यू 1 थी तो I वैल्यू इंक्रीमेंटेड, बट सो इंक्रीमेंट होके I की वैल्यू कहाँ पे आ गई, नाउ माई I इज एट 2 लोकेशन, राइट? सो I इज एट दिस लोकेशन. तो व्हाट वी वांट, नाउ वी वांट टू चेक which string is greater, like whether the string 1 is greater or string 2 is greater. So how we can find that? So we need to do the ASCII difference, right? So let me do this. So let me write this. So this, if the string of 1, that means this. So what is the string 1 of I? That means this location at which they found the difference. If that is greater than string 2 of I, है ना, तो दोनों I तो एक ही लोकेशन पे होंगे, बिकॉज I at a means for both we are incrementing at the same time. If this thing is true, that means str1 क्या है, it is greater, right? Else if this thing is not true, तो else if में क्या हो सकता है, else if the string 1 of I, suppose this is less than string 2 of I. If this is the case, that means string, so okay, let me, so in this case अपन क्या बोल सकते हैं कि string 1 क्या है, that is small as compared to this second string. So this string is greater as compared to this string, and else both are equal, right? So this is the simple logic which is used to compare the two strings, right? तो ये जो फर्स्ट while लूप लिखा है इससे क्या हो जाएगा अपने को विल गेट द इंडेक्स आई कि जहां से दिस टू स्ट्रिंग्स आर डिफरेंट होना स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे। जैसे कि सी एस तक ये ठीक था तो आई यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा कंटिन्यूसली इंक्रीमेंट होता जाएगा। व्हेन इट रीच टू द कैरेक्टर जहां से ये दोनों डिफरेंट है तो उस टाइम पे हमें क्या करना है, बस चेक करना है कि कौन से कैरेक्टर के आस्के वैल्यू इज ग्रेटर। जैसे यहाँ पे ई की अगर वैल्यू ग्रेटर है तो दिस स्ट्रिंग इज ग्रेटर, इफ सी की वैल्यू दिस स्ट्रिंग 2 की वैल्यू ग्रेटर है तो दिस स्ट्रिंग 2 इज ग्रेटर, एंड इफ बोथ द कंडीशन आर नॉट ट्रू दैट मीन्स डेफिनेटली दिस टू स्ट्रिंग्स आर इक्वल। Okay, so let's write the code for this. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so let's see how we can do the string compare. So using strcmp function. So first तो हमें क्या करना होगा, सबसे पहले तो standard library. So which is the standard library? string.h, right? Then after that we need to declare the two character array. So let's say this is our string 1 with initial value 20, and here I am assigning some so I am just initializing this string str1 here. So let's say this is CSE. Same I am declaring the another character array, and यहाँ पे मैं अभी क्या करने वाली हूँ, सेम स्ट्रिंग यहाँ पे देती हूँ, ठीक है, CSE। सिंपली क्या करना है, स्टार कंपेयर करना है। सो स्ट्रिंग कंपेयर के लिए वी हैव दिस फंक्शन strcmp जिसमें वी हैव टू पास दिस टू स्ट्रिंग, ठीक है। बट वी नो दैट द रिटर्न टाइप ऑफ दिस स्टार कंपेयर फंक्शन इज इंटीजर। सो हियर डिक्लेयर वन इंटीजर वेरिएबल initialize with 1. So I am just assigning this. So this I is equal to star compare, and then here I am printing this value of I. Okay, so before that I will check this कि if my I की value is 0, अगर I की value 0 है मतलब क्या हो जाएगा, both the string are equal, right, है ना। और else अगर नहीं है ऐसा तो both the strings are not equal, ठीक है। so this is a simple program. यहाँ पे we have used, so this is printf, right, so this is printf. so here we have used this star compare function to compare this string 1 and string 2. so if here I am okay, so here I initialize this character array while declaring. so you can take the input from the user by using getS and scanf function. Okay, so let me run this. Okay, so let me add the slash in here. Okay, so let's see the output. Okay, so what is the output? Both strings are equal. So let me change any character, so we'll get the output as both the strings are not equal. Both the strings are not equal, right? So why? Because यहाँ पे क्या दिया था अपन, यहाँ पे we have passed the CS and यहाँ पे we have passed CSE, right? So definitely in this case, so जो E है, so this E का ASCII कोड माइनस दिस /0 का दिस नल कैरेक्टर का। सो अपने को पता है कि /0 का ASCII कोड होता है 0, राइट। so therefore these two strings are not equal. so this is how we can do the string comparison by using this standard library function. so let's see how we can do the string comparison without using this standard library function. so let me add this comment, right? Okay, so this is not needed. First, this is our user defined function. so either you can do this or we can write the code here itself. Okay, so let me write the code here itself. So I'm just writing one while loop. So while string 1 of location I is equal to string 2 of location I. तो यहाँ पे अगर मुझे I यूज करना है तो I मुझे क्या करना होगा, डिक्लेयर करना होगा, इनिशियलाइज करना होगा, ठीक है। सो फर्स्ट कंडीशन यहाँ पे वाइल में क्या करना है, मुझे कैरेक्टर बाय कैरेक्टर इसको कंपेयर करने वाली हूँ मैं। सो जो जीरोथ लोकेशन है ऑफ स्ट्रिंग 1, जीरोथ लोकेशन ऑफ स्ट्रिंग 2 कंपेयर होगा बाय दिस स्टेटमेंट। बट ये कब तक करना है, अंटिल अवर स्ट्रिंग 1, या फिर यू कैन राइट द स्ट्रिंग 2 is not equal to, so here okay 1 second, so this is not equal to in a single quote /0, है ना। so why we are doing this, because जहाँ पे स्ट्रिंग एंड हो जाती है तो यहाँ पे क्या है, दिस इज 20 है ना। सो 20 ब्लॉक मेमोरी में एलोकेट हो जाएगा। आफ्टर दिस 2 ब्लॉक दिस CS टिल 20 ब्लॉक तक नल कैरेक्टर कंपाइलर इसको असाइन कर देगा, है ना। So therefore we want to end our search whenever we reach our first /0, है ना, null character. So this is, let's say, our same, and if this condition is true, then what we want to compare the next position string character next position array. तो यहाँ पे क्या है, this is our first location 00 CC compare हो जाएगा if this thing is true, and this is the logical AND operator. So logical AND means what, both the left side and right side वाले condition, if both the are true, then only this total condition is treated as a true, right? So in this case this first condition is true and the second condition is also true, right? The string 1 of I, that means string of 0, is not equal to null character. So therefore the control comes inside this while loop and it will increment the value of I by 1. So here the value of I becomes now 1. So again control comes here, it will check the string 1. So what is the value of string 1? So this is S, and string 2 की 1 की value क्या है, S. So this will continue, right? Okay. Now what we want to check, so there may be the chance, जैसे कि यहाँ पे I am just changing this, तो जब I की वैल्यू इन दिस केस 2 हो जाएगी तो दिस 2, ये जो फर्स्ट कंडीशन है ये फॉल्स हो जाएगा, राइट। एंड हियर वी वांट टू फाइंड विच स्ट्रिंग इज ग्रेटर और विच स्ट्रिंग इज स्मॉलर, राइट। सो फॉर दिस वी नीड टू use the if else, like we need to take the decision, so therefore we have to use this if else block. So this is my string 1 of I, जिस भी पॉइंट से ith लोकेशन से अगर हो रहा है, so string ith index is less than string 2 of I, ठीक है। if something is like this, that means string 1 is less than string 2, okay। otherwise else if, okay, so this is else if, again we need to write this condition, okay। so if something is there like string 1, if we have the condition like this, so that means x string 1 is greater than string 2, और अगर ऐसा नहीं है तो else both the strings are equal, ठीक है। तो okay, so this is comment, so let me add one more slash, fine। so let's see what I have done here. So I have declared the 2 character array string 1 and string 2, and I initialize this array while declaring. Then I declare one integer variable I. So here inside this while I am just identifying the value of the location where these 2 strings get differ, है ना, these 2 strings get different from each other. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, I की जब वैल्यू 0 है तो राइट, तो ये दोनों क्या है, इक्वल है, तो I इंक्रीमेंट हो जाएगा। जब I की वैल्यू 1 है, स्टिल बोथ आर इक्वल। अगर I की वैल्यू यहाँ पे क्या है, 2 है, लेट्स सी यहाँ पे मेरा E होता तो ये भी इक्वल है। जब I दोनों भी null character पे आ जाएंगे तो this condition becomes true, null is equal to null, but for this condition that string 1 is not null, तो ये condition false हो जाएगा, then true and false become false, then इसके बाद में ये कहाँ पे आ जाएगा, if के पास में. So अब I की जो वैल्यू है या फिर string of I की जो वैल्यू है and string of to I की जो वैल्यू है that is null null, तो दिस कंडीशन भी ट्रू नहीं होगा और ये वाला कंडीशन भी ट्रू नहीं होगा, है ना. सो अल्टीमेटली क्या प्रिंट होने वाला है, बोथ द स्ट्रिंग्स आर इक्वल. सो लेट मी रन दिस कोड. राइट, सो हियर वी गॉट द आउटपुट एज बोथ द स्ट्रिंग्स आर इक्वल. बट लेट्स सी इफ आई हैव समथिंग लाइक दिस. ठीक है, तो अब इससे क्या हो गया, I की वैल्यू 1 0 1 तक ठीक है. जब I की वैल्यू 2 हो रही है यहाँ पे, सो ये जो फर्स्ट कंडीशन है ये क्या हो रहा है, फॉल्स हो रहा है. सो बिकॉज दिस कंडीशन बिकम्स फॉल्स, तो कंट्रोल आ जाएगा यहाँ पे इफ के पास, या वाइल वाला ब्लॉक तो खत्म हो गया लूप का. देन इट कम्स टू दिस डिसीजन मेकिंग स्टेटमेंट्स. तो इस वाले टाइम पे नाउ दिस C है ना, str1 ऑफ I मतलब क्या, I की वैल्यू अब क्या है, 2 है. So str1 of C is less than str2. This is string 2 of E. तो इन दोनों की क्या होगी, अभी ASCII वैल्यू चेक होगी. So based on this, the respective statements will get executed. Right? So here this E is greater than C. So therefore we got the message as string 1 is less than string 2. Right? So let's do some modification. यहाँ पे अगर मैंने इस दोनों स्ट्रिंग को एक्सचेंज कर दिया तो अब क्या हो जाएगा, string 1 is greater than string 2. Right? So this is how we can do the string comparison without using the star compare function. So here similar to this you can write this logic inside the function. Like you need to write and use the define function, and there you can write this logics as similar to the previous case, like previous function which we have discussed. You can use the pointers, these string pointers, to do this operation. So I hope this string comparison function, this strcmp, and without using this strcmp is clear for you. So thank you so much.